Have you ever wondered where the practice of yoga originated? It's a journey that takes us back thousands of years. The roots of yoga reach deep into the rich soil of ancient India over 5,000 years ago. This was a time when the Indus Valley civilization was in its prime, and humans were beginning to explore the mysteries of the mind and spirit. Yoga was born out of this exploration, a system of practices designed to help individuals attain a state of spiritual insight and tranquility. Yoga's initial purpose was as a spiritual practice, a way to understand the self and the universe. It was not just about physical postures, as we often think of yoga today, but about a complete lifestyle that incorporated ethics, meditation, and the pursuit of knowledge. This was a path to enlightenment, to the realization of the divine within the self. This ancient practice was included in the Vedas and Upanishads, the oldest sacred texts of Hinduism. The Rig Veda, one of the oldest of these texts, mentions yoga as a means to harness the mind. The Upanishads, written later, delve deeper into the philosophy of yoga, exploring concepts like karma, dharma, and the nature of reality. It's important to note that yoga was not a static practice, but an evolving one. It absorbed influences from various philosophical and religious traditions over the centuries, each adding their own interpretations and techniques. It was a journey of constant refinement and discovery, mirroring the human quest for understanding and peace. One remarkable aspect of yoga is its adaptability. While its roots are in ancient India, it has traveled across time and space, transforming and adapting to different cultures and needs. It has proven to be a practice that transcends geographical and cultural boundaries, a testament to its enduring appeal and relevance. So the seeds of yoga were sown in ancient India, a spiritual practice intertwined with the core of Hindu philosophy. This was the beginning of a journey that would traverse millennia, crossing continents and cultures to become the global phenomenon it is today. Yoga wasn't confined to Hinduism alone. It found its place in other Eastern philosophies as well. The philosophies of Buddhism and Jainism, in particular, integrated yoga into their practices, focusing on the meditative aspects. In Buddhism, yoga became a part of the spiritual journey. The practice was incorporated into the Noble Eightfold Path of Mahayana Buddhism, an approach to spiritual development that encourages the pursuit of wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. The path is often likened to a wheel with 8 spokes, each representing a different aspect of the practice. Yoga, with its emphasis on meditation and mindfulness, fits neatly into this framework, providing a means to cultivate right mindfulness and right concentration. In Jainism, yoga took on a slightly different form. Here, it found a home in the Tirthankara tradition, which venerates those who have achieved spiritual enlightenment and liberation. The practice of yoga in this context is seen as a tool for self-realization, helping practitioners to shed karma and attain liberation. The meditative aspects of yoga are particularly emphasized, with practices such as Kayotsarga, a form of standing meditation, and Preksha Dhyana, a method of perception meditation, playing central roles. In both Buddhism and Jainism, yoga was not simply a physical exercise, but a spiritual endeavor. It was a means to connect with the divine, to find inner peace, and to achieve liberation. It was a practice that required discipline, dedication, and a strong understanding of one's own mind and body. And so, yoga found its way into these two philosophies, adding another layer of depth and complexity to its practice. It was adapted and modified to suit the needs of the practitioners, while still maintaining its core principles of unity and self-realization. Thus, yoga found itself embedded in the philosophies of Buddhism and Jainism, adding another layer to its rich history. How did yoga transition from the East to the West? It's an interesting tale of cultural exchange. As the sun sets in the East and rises in the West, so did the journey of yoga. In the late 19th and early 20th century, yoga began to stretch its limbs beyond the Indian subcontinent. The seeds of this ancient practice were sown in the fertile grounds of the Western world, where they took root and flourished. The key figure in this transition was the revered Swami Vivekananda. He was a spiritual ambassador of sorts who voyaged from India to the United States in 1893. His mission? to introduce the philosophies of yoga and the ideals of Vedanta to the Western world. At the World's Parliament of Religions in Chicago, Swami Vivekananda delivered a speech that captivated his audience and sparked a curiosity for the spiritual wisdom of the East. His teachings resonated with many, and his words became the catalyst for the West's fascination with yoga. He emphasized the unity of all religions, the importance of spiritual growth, and the potential for personal transformation through yoga. His writings on Raja Yoga became a cornerstone for yoga's growth in the West. After Swami Vivekananda, other yogis followed in his footsteps, carrying the torch of yoga across continents. Figures like Paramahansa Yogananda and BKS Iyengar played significant roles in popularizing yoga in the West, each introducing their unique styles and philosophies. It wasn't just spiritual seekers who were drawn to yoga, though. Scholars and scientists began to take interest, studying yoga's effects on the mind and body. By the mid-20th century, yoga had moved from the fringes of society to the mainstream, becoming a staple in wellness and fitness circles. From being shrouded in mysticism to being celebrated in gyms and wellness studios, yoga's journey to the West has been transformative. Its introduction to the West was not just a cultural exchange, but a global awakening to a practice that transcends boundaries and unites us all in the quest for inner peace and self-realization. With its introduction to the West, yoga began to take on a global significance. In today's world, yoga has transformed and adapted in fascinating ways. With its roots steeped in ancient spirituality, yoga has evolved into a myriad of styles, each with its own unique focus and approach. Let's delve into a few of these modern adaptations and how they've shaped the practice we know today. First, we have Hatha Yoga, the most traditional form of yoga in the Western world. Hatha incorporates basic postures or asanas and is often slow-paced, making it a popular choice for beginners. This practice places emphasis on physical health and wellness, showcasing the shift in yoga's focus over time. Next up is Vinyasa Yoga, a dynamic, fast-paced style that synchronizes breath and movement. Often referred to as flow yoga, Vinyasa is all about fluidity and grace, offering a more cardiovascular workout compared to its Hatha counterpart. This style once again underscores the contemporary shift towards physical health and well-being. And then there's Bikram Yoga, a style that truly pushes boundaries. In a room heated to a toasty 40 degrees Celsius, practitioners follow a sequence of 26 postures. The heat is believed to aid in flexibility and detoxification, making Bikram a popular choice for those seeking a vigorous workout. But let's not forget about the rise of hybrid yoga styles, like aerial yoga and paddleboard yoga. These novel forms of practice show how creative adaptations can bring a fresh angle to ancient traditions. The focus on physical health and wellness in contemporary yoga practices is a significant departure from its ancient roots. Once a spiritual discipline aimed at transcending the physical to reach a higher state of consciousness, yoga today is often seen as a means to achieve physical fitness and mental well-being. Yet, despite these changes, the heart of yoga remains. The breath, the mindfulness, the sense of unity, all these essential elements endure. These modern adaptations, while catering to our contemporary needs, still carry the spirit of yoga's ancient wisdom. Modern yoga, with its emphasis on physical health, is a far cry from its ancient roots, but carries the same spirit of inner peace and harmony. So, what makes yoga so beneficial for us in the modern world? Yoga, an ancient practice, is a treasure trove of physical, mental, and spiritual benefits. It's like a one-stop shop for overall well-being, and it doesn't come with an expiration date. You can start at any age, and the benefits only multiply over time. Let's start with the physical benefits. Yoga improves flexibility, builds muscle strength, and perfects posture. It's a full-body workout that uses every muscle, from your core to your fingertips. And don't forget about balance. Yoga poses challenge your stability, improving your balance and coordination over time. But yoga isn't just about flexibility and strength. It's also about breathing. Deep, focused breathing is a central part of yoga, and it's been shown to improve lung function and increase endurance. That's a big plus for athletes and anyone who wants to stay active as they age. Moving on to mental benefits, yoga is an incredible stress buster. It encourages relaxation and reduces cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Studies show that regular yoga practice can lead to significant reductions in anxiety and depression. It improves concentration, sharpens memory, and promotes better sleep. It's like a natural antidote to the hustle and bustle of modern life. On a deeper level, yoga is a spiritual journey. It promotes mindfulness and present moment awareness, helping us to connect with our inner self. It encourages self-care, self-love, and a deeper understanding of our place in the universe. And here's the kicker. These benefits aren't just anecdotal, they're backed by science. Numerous studies have shown that yoga can reduce blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and improve cardiovascular health. It's been linked to better immune function, improved digestion, and even increased lifespan. The benefits of yoga, steeped in thousands of years of tradition, are now backed by modern science. So, whether you're looking for a way to stay fit, reduce stress, or find spiritual balance, yoga has something to offer. It's a practice that has stood the test of time, and it's more relevant now than ever. Where is yoga headed in the future? That's a question that has been asked as yoga continues to evolve and adapt to our changing world. One of the most significant developments in recent years has been the rise of online yoga classes. As our world becomes increasingly digital, so too does our approach to fitness and wellness. This shift is not just about convenience, but also about accessibility. Online yoga classes break down barriers, making the practice accessible to people who might not have had the opportunity to engage with it before. Whether you're in a bustling city or a remote village with an internet connection, you can now have access to world-class yoga instruction. Yoga tourism is another fascinating trend shaping the future of yoga. More and more people are choosing to combine their love for yoga with their passion for travel. Yoga retreats are popping up in stunning locations all around the world, from the tropical beaches of Bali to the peaceful hills of Tuscany. These retreats offer an immersive yoga experience, allowing participants to deepen their practice while exploring new cultures and landscapes. Finally, the increasing global popularity of yoga gives us a hint of what's to come. Yoga is no longer confined to the countries of its origin or those that first adopted it. From Africa to the Arctic, yoga is being embraced by diverse cultures, each adding their unique flavor to the practice. As yoga spreads, it evolves, adapting to the needs and traditions of its new practitioners. This isn't just the future of yoga, it's the future of a global community united by a shared practice. It's about more than just the poses or the breathing exercises. It's about a holistic approach to well-being, a path to inner peace, and a tool for building a healthier, happier world. As we look to the future, the journey of yoga continues, evolving with the times while carrying the wisdom of the ages. Let's take a moment to reflect on the fascinating journey of yoga. We've traced its roots back to the ancient civilizations of the Indus Valley, where it began as a spiritual practice meant to unify the body and mind. We've seen how it spread across cultures and religions, finding homes in Buddhism and Jainism, where it evolved and took on new forms. We followed its voyage to the West, where it was embraced and adapted, becoming a cornerstone of wellness and fitness. We've explored the myriad of modern adaptations of yoga, each one a testament to its versatility and universal appeal. We've delved into its numerous benefits, from physical fitness to mental tranquility, and even spiritual enlightenment. And finally, we've glimpsed into the future of yoga, a promising horizon filled with innovation and inclusivity. As we step on the mat, we're not just practicing a series of postures, but participating in a rich, historical tradition that spans thousands of years.